Imagine this. What if the smallest decisions you make today have the power to shape your future in ways you can't even fathom? What if achieving your biggest goals didn't require massive changes, but tiny shifts in your daily habits? Welcome to the world of atomic habits, where small habits create huge results. Part 1, the core idea of atomic habits. James Clear, in his book Atomic Habits, introduces a game-changing concept. You do not rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your systems. Explanation. Instead of focusing on giant, overwhelming goals, Atomic Habits emphasizes the importance of systems. The small habits that, when compounded over time, lead to massive success. It's not about hoping for big wins. It's about making consistent, tiny improvements every single day. Habit number 1, make it obvious. The first law of habit formation is that your cues need to be clear and visible. If your cues are vague, the habit won't trigger. Technique, habit stacking. Link a new habit to an already established habit. Example, let's say you drink a cup of coffee every morning. You could stack the habit of reading one page of a book right after you finish your coffee. Coffee, book. Add a seamless habit sequence that becomes automatic. Habit number 2, make it attractive. Your brain is hardwired to repeat behaviors that feel good. If a habit isn't attractive, you'll struggle to continue it. Technique, temptation bundling. Pair a habit you want to form with something you already enjoy. Example, let's say you want to start walking every day. Pair this with listening to your favorite podcast or music, so you can only listen to that podcast while walking. Walk, podcast, radio motivation. This makes the habit enjoyable, and it's more likely you'll stick with it. Habit number 3, make it easy. The simpler and easier you make a habit, the more likely it will stick. Our brains are naturally drawn to low-effort behaviors. Technique, 2-minute rule. Make the habit so small that it takes no more than 2 minutes to start. Example, you want to write in a journal every day, but you're struggling to find the time. Instead of committing to writing an entire page, start with just one sentence. This lowers the resistance, making it easier to begin. Start small, build momentum. Once you start, it's easier to continue. Habit number 4, make it satisfying. Your brain is wired to repeat actions that give you a sense of satisfaction or reward. If you feel good after completing a habit, you're more likely to repeat it. Technique, track your progress visually, like using a habit tracker or calendar. The visual cue of marking off each successful day creates positive reinforcement. Example, let's say you're trying to form a habit of exercising every day. You could use a calendar where you mark an X for each day you complete your workout. After a few days, you'll be motivated to avoid breaking your streak. Streaks motivation. It feels great to see a long chain of successful days, and this will push you to keep going. How to break a bad habit. The 4 laws of habit formation can also be flipped to help you break bad habits. Make it invisible. Remove triggers that prompt your bad habits. For example, if you want to quit smoking, get rid of all cigarettes and lighters in your home. Make it unattractive. Change how you perceive the bad habit by associating it with negative feelings. Imagine how awful your lungs would feel after smoking a cigarette. Make it difficult. Increase the number of steps required to do the bad habit. Don't keep your phone near you when you're working. Put it in another room, making it harder to reach for it. Make it unsatisfying. Use accountability by involving someone else who can punish or reward you based on your actions. For example, tell a friend you will donate money to charity every time you fail to avoid your bad habit. The powerful conclusion. S. Key takeaways. Success is the product of daily habits, not once-in-a-lifetime transformations. The takeaway from Atomic Habits is clear. Real lasting change doesn't come from massive transformations. It comes from small, consistent habits. It's the 1% improvement every day that adds up and eventually leads to extraordinary results. You don't need to overhaul your entire life. You just need to focus on making small adjustments and let those tiny shifts compound over time. The habits you form today will create the life you live tomorrow. So focus on systems, not goals, and start small. You are not trying to achieve one big victory. You're rebuilding the foundation for countless small wins that will ultimately change your life.